We're pretty excited. So this is the second day of our 4-day health and wellbeing course we're doing with PSYCH-K, which is the new modality we've been learning about, I was about to say about unblocking limiting subconscious beliefs. Health and wellbeing has been a mind blow, hasn't it?
Oh my God, amazing. We just can't believe even like by yesterday morning, like how much juicy, amazing stuff like before lunch that we learned that is like totally life-changing. So that's why we wanted to share it with you.
The whole morning was just like, because at the end of the day, every one of us has a concern for our health and well-being in the sense of where it's important to us. You know, we want to be healthy and happy, and our well-being, our bodies are so important. And the more we grow up, particularly with who we are, the more critical it is to have a really healthy system.
And we know, like, doesn't matter how much money and abundance you have in the world, you can be the richest man on the planet. It doesn't buy you health, and it doesn't buy you a healthy, happy, long life. So health and well-being is the greatest abundance we could possibly create for ourselves on this planet, isn't it?
Such a good segue into one of the points about it being the inner wisdom is with us, that like we've got all the answers, which is one of your favorite points about having to like struggle and to heal, like to have a healing crisis in a way.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, it's kind of like there's 2 points. So it's talking about being whole and complete, as in like your body needs to remember that it is whole and complete, and that it doesn't need to repair or heal or fix itself, because when you're focusing on having to regenerate and repair, then you're basically having a belief system that actually something is wrong. Correct. Rather than trying to remember that our natural state is to be whole and healthy, and that we all have the power within ourselves to create solutions. You know, we've created a condition and we have the power within ourselves to create the condition. But we obviously can't heal the condition that we've created in the same life with the same stress and the same chemical toxic environment that brought it. So you have to, you know, he talks about you have to be willing to take the actions to change it, because you can do PSYCH-K and you can do some balances and things can be better, but you're not going to actually really change things and be well unless you're prepared to do the actions and change the things in your life that have actually created your conditional situation in the first place.
100%. It's just so brilliant. And also dealing, which we've known for a long time, but the emotion under something. Because at the end of the day, the condition is a symptom that's revealed itself, but you want to deal with the whole picture, and Belle will vouch for this in her clinic 1,000 times. You've got to deal with the emotion and the trigger for it. And what was the other big point? Oh my goodness, the one I love the most. Why am I having a mental blank? Oh no.
Oh, okay, yes, I remember that. So we've got fear and love.
Yes, that's the one. Whoa.
That's a really big one.
That was beautiful. We loved it because it made so much sense. The context of it was, do you exercise, live, eat in the moving towards fear of like getting cancer, dying, looking old, getting old, you know, not getting this, not getting that? Or do you live, eat and breathe and exercise for the pure love of it? Because all of that has an effect.
Yes, like if you're drinking a green juice because you're going, oh, I'm drinking this and I'm loving and nurturing my body and I know I'm doing something good for my body, then it's going to have all the beautiful healing benefits of a green juice. But if you're drinking the green juice going, oh, I better drink this bloody green juice even though I hate it because I really don't want to die and get cancer, and you're drinking it with fear, you may as well be drinking poison, because he was saying how they've done tests and studies and stuff. It actually doesn't have the healing ability because you're drinking it out of fear rather than out of love.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, because even like I think I'm pretty conscious of that, but actually there are some things that you do out of a fear of something. It really, if you're going to be honest with yourself, I bet we all have all got one of those things in our health and wellbeing program of some sort, like really.
Definitely. So you're doing exercise and like I mean, I know I do yoga because I love it, and even if it wasn't healthy, I love it and I have so much fun doing it, I would just do it anyway, right? But I know some people like do exercises that they don't hate and they're slogging it out at the treadmill at the gym and they're doing it because, I better do this because I need to do something good for my body, and you're doing it more out of a fear-based thing, so it's with a negative emotion attached to it rather than a positive love nurturing emotion attached to it. So it doesn't actually really work when you're doing things out of fear. You need to come from a place of doing it out of love.
It's good. It's really good. Was there one other point?
Oh, yes, my other one that I loved. Sorry, I feel like I'm talking so much. I'm so excited.
That's good.
The other one that I loved just so much, which I know that I've been very guilty of, he talks about not needing drama in your life to have spiritual growth. How so many of us believe, and I know myself and many people I know have also had this belief that, you know, obviously, and it's true though, so bad things can happen and great opportunities come out of it, and you have spiritual growth, right? Like, I know some of the worst things I've been through, like my broken ankle, have created amazing spiritual growth. So because that happens in your life, you have something bad happen and you learn and you grow and something amazing comes out of it, then you have a subconscious belief system that when bad things happen, you have expand and have spiritual growth. So then subconsciously you create more drama in your life to be able to create more spiritual growth. And so, you know, Duccio was talking about not needing any of that you can just spiritually grow and evolve just with having a happy, fun, delightful, lovely life.
And I think that's the goal there, because this weekend we've had one day is the reminder about how simple PSYCH-K really is. It's simple, not simpler. So the beauty for those of us who like to complicate lives, who he calls himself complicated Duccio, once upon a time, used to really want to get in there and make a balance really complicated when he had clients come and see him. But it's the simple ones and the ones that are the most effective. And so what's really profoundly moving and really inspiring is that things do not have to be complicated in life in general, of course, but with these balances and in this process. And health and well-being can be complicated because we're entrenched in it. Like, there's so much going on. So it's been a great reminder that with PSYCH-K, I'm not going to even compare it to other things. I won't even go there. PSYCH-K, like most other things in life in general, is just so wonderfully easy and simple, because the wisdom is here. It's in it's in us.
It's in all of us.
And that doesn't even need to be spiritual or woo-woo. It's actually factual.
What does he say? Simple is enlightened, and what was the other one? Complicated is simple is enlightened, and complicated is
Rob. I think Ian says it, doesn't he?
I think it was quoting Rob Williams, the founder of PSYCH-K. I'm going to look it up and get back to you on that, because it's actually a really good saying. But it's just still simple is enlightened. I love that bit, and I'm going to find out.
Simple is enlightened.
Complicated is something, and simple is enlightened. But it's true. Sometimes we think complicated is good or better.
So that means I did it good. Like, it was complicated. It was hard for me to get that
simple
goal.
And easy is enlightened.
Mate, it is wonderful. It was so empowering yesterday, writing out some goal statements, which we did as in pairs, and looking at them and actually going, you know what, that's too long. I'm going to shorten that goal statement, and going, that's actually okay. Like, it means it's not going to give it any less effect or power doing a balance on a simple goal statement. Shock horror.
I know, short and simple, rather than these long, elaborate ones where you don't want to miss anything, got to cover it all, got to like make it this really long thing.
Yep.
Now it's like just short, sweet, simple, just get in there.
Nothing confronting about it. It's just like whatever's meaningful to you.
The other story that I did want to quickly share is about because I know a lot of women have issues with losing weight. About the lady she was very, very overweight, and she had a very, very bad smell. And so Duccio did some work with her and uncovered, because we were doing a lot of work on secondary gains again, and he uncovered there was a secondary gain that she had some sexual trauma at 13 or something like that. So her subconscious did a protection mechanism of, I'm going to make myself big and smell bad, so I'm going to repel men so that I am safe. And then once he was able to work on, and so anytime she tried to lose weight, on a diet, she would lose a little bit, and it would come straight back on, and sometimes she would put on even more weight, because the subconscious would be like, we need this protection, we're just going to make it even bigger. And then it was only when, he did the work with her, and they worked on the trauma underneath it, so then she felt safe to not need to have that protection of armor anymore, that she could actually lose the weight. So I think that's awesome too, just to even, you know, if you've got an issue in your life that keeps reoccurring, like weight or some other kind of pattern, just to even just check in with yourself and just think, what could you be gaining from keeping that condition? What could you be gaining from keeping that condition? Like, you know, really closing your eyes and checking in with your heart, and just, you know, first thing that pops into your mind is often the right thing, because we do. A lot of us have secondary gains, like, you know, if someone being sick, you know, they get attention and love when they're sick, so they want to keep being sick. So
and that might be hard to hear, but you want to check in with yourself and have a straighty 180 with yourself, and consider that actually is, there's a secondary gain happening. Otherwise, the condition, the ailment, the illness, whatever you want to call it, just to make sense of that, there's a reason it's sticking around.
Always a reason.
And you can go into the spiritual lesson, we got it, but there's such power in the subconscious and being able to unlock what that is, and the results, you know, really
and the
are
answer's
phenomenal.
always there in your head. You just need to really check in and tune in with yourself, and the answers will be there. She might think, oh, there's nothing to gain by being overweight.
Yeah.
But, you know, this lady checked in with herself and went through the process and discovered, oh, it's protection. Oh, protection from what? Oh, this is what happened to me when I was younger.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, just if you've got a recurring thing, check into yourself. Or even if it's like what you're trying to move toward, just say, you know, you're wanting to be this, you know, skinny, beautiful person that's achieving and doing all this stuff. If you had that, then what would be the worst thing that could happen? Because then the fear of that could also be keeping you stuck in where you are. And yeah, so I just think that's awesome. Just, yeah, if you've got reoccurring issues and patterns, check in with yourself, get curious and just check in with yourself and see what those secondary gains may possibly be.
And I think Belle said this before, but you know, there's nothing ever wrong about any of this. What's beautiful is that it's all sitting there and you can unlock it and sort it out, rather than going through what I think for her was 50-something years, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
50-something years within 6 months that was reversed and altered. I mean, come on, that's crazy. And also, just to disclaimer this is not a substitution for any medical treatment whatsoever. This is very separate to that, and we just want to be really clear. We're not here to diagnose or whatever that is, you know, that people want to do. You know, it's a very, very separate modality. So yeah, you do what you have to do, but we're just giving you the insights and our biggest exciting things that we learned yesterday. We really could speak for another hour, maybe 5. It was amazing. So yeah, that was
totally
pretty much it.
amazing. Yeah.
You can always ask us any questions and DM us if you've got any thoughts about PSYCH-K, which is PSYCH-K for kilo. It's not very well known to a lot of people, and I definitely think there's going to be some more juicy stuff to share after the next 3 days.
It definitely will be. Yeah.
Health and wellbeing is it's got a big tick from us so far. So thanks, Duccio.
Oh, big thank you to Duccio. Like, my life is changed already in a day.
So good. Any questions? DM us. Otherwise, that's all.
And share, comment. We love it.
Always.
Bye.
Bye.